Hello, I'm Riley Adley, and I'll be talking about the sociological criticism in The Help. The Help, directed by Tate Taylor, is a film that follows the unglamorous lives of African American servants in Mississippi in the 1960s. Narrated by Minnie and Abilene, two African American maids, and Skeeter, a white middle class journalism graduate. The film depicts the perspective of the maids and Skeeter, who is disturbed by the maids' treatment. She embarks on writing an anonymous expose sharing their stories. Sociological criticism is explored in this film with race, class, and gender groups emphasized the use of film techniques to present the differences in the class, race, and gender of the oppressed African American maids and the white middle class women they work for. As the women gather to play bridge, Skeeter remains quiet as Hilly explains to her friends why she doesn't want to use the toilet, even though she needs to use it. Although Skeeter remains quiet whilst the women discuss the benefits of separate toilet for coloured people, close-in camera shots show the disdain on her face. Skeeter then tries to change the subject rather than disagree and find herself frowned upon by the group. Foreshadowing is used here as Skeeter directs the conversation to interviewing the Help and illustrates what may occur as she interviews the Help. The audience can sense that there's some sort of relationship between the Help and Skeeter will occur and be beneficial for all.
And dangerous. They carry different diseases than we do. Pass. That's why I've drafted the Home Health Sanitation Initiative. The what? A disease preventative bill that requires every white home to have a separate bathroom for the colored Help. It's been endorsed by the White Citizens Council. Maybe we should just build you a bathroom outside, Hilly. You ought not to joke about the colored situation. I'll do whatever it takes to protect our children. Your lead, Elizabeth. Emily? Do you think you'd be willing to help me with those Miss Myrtle letters? Miss Myrtle get it wrong a lot of times. Be good to get it right. Thank you, Abilene.
Abilene discusses with Skeeter in the opening scene the hopelessness she feels about having someone else look after her child while she cares for another family to earn little money. Her use of language and a panning shot to an African American teenage boy highlights her sadness and wistfulness and emphasizes her feelings of hopelessness, but also the inequity she feels at being a lower class, unstable to care for her own child. Shots of her caring for Miss Leafolt's daughter, May Mobley, while Miss Leafolt shows a lack of maternal nurturing. The differences are highlighted between the women. This reinforces that just because you're white and you have lots of money doesn't make you a better mother. The audience gains a sense of how seriously Maybelline takes her job by camera shooting in close shots to capture the tender moments shared between her and May Mobley. A feeling of empathy is created by this use of shooting to break down the race and class system that exists in the society.
What does it feel like to raise a white child when your own child's at home being looked after by somebody else? It feels...
In meeting with the editor of the Jackson Journal, the editor uses his power as not only the boss, but as the male to undermine Skeeter. Skeeter is not taken seriously by the editor, and Skeeter, wanting to be a serious writer, must argue her point just to get hired. Even after explaining her intention of becoming a serious writer, the editor flippantly hands her a cleaning advice column just to get her out of the office. Close shots and camera angles are used to show the editor's dismissal of Skeeter's skills and Skeeter's attempt to humor him. As Skeeter wants to get her foot into the door, she's willing to take the position, but is seen to just go along with him. As she leaves the room, the editor answers a call from his wife and speaks to her like she is a baby. The use of body language, flippant answers, and distractions are used to highlight the gender class system that existed in the time period. The audience can sense the feminist power struggle in this scene. The Help is
No. Well, until I gain some experience. See? It says right there, great potential, gain some experience, and please apply again. Oh, Christ. I guess you'll do. Do you clean? I'm sorry, clean? Clean. Grab that basket. Miss Myrna has gone shithouse crazy on us. She's got hairspray or something. I want you to read her past calls. Then read these letters and you answer them just like she would. Nobody is going to know the damn difference.
The Help is a film that addresses the class system that existed in this time period and explores race, class, and gender issues. Shot to mimic the time period, the film addresses these issues in a more quiet and gentle way. It isn't shot in an overly confrontational way with mainly close-ups, shots, camera angles, and panning shots to create the thought and empathy. With a more gentle approach, the film allows the audience to process the information presented from the maid's perspective. The voice used to narrate are calm and soothing so the audience feels empathy towards the maids to allow the message of the film to be conveyed. The white women are depicted as being boring, materialistic, high maintenance types with little or no maternal instinct to further reinforce the message. The film could have been tackled from a cultural perspective with more depiction of the struggles the African Americans were facing at the time in Mississippi to make the film more serious. Thank you.